Hello everybody, today I'm going to show you how to make rice vermicelli and vegetable with spicy pepper, and that is like a cold noodle that you can eat as an appetizer. This is so refreshing to eat, especially during the summer. So let's go ahead and look at the ingredient here and get the cooking started. I turn on the stove on high heat, and then in a pot I will add about 6 cup water or enough to cover the noodle. So this water we bring it to boil to cook the noodle. Alright, so now the water is fully boiling. So I will turn off the stove and then add the noodle in there. This is the brand noodle that I use in here. Make sure it fully covers the noodle. Use a spatula to press the noodle. Make sure it fully submerged to the water so that the noodle are cooked evenly. Once I done that, I will put the lid to cover the pot and let it sit in the stove for 15 minutes. For the thick noodle, will take about 20 minutes. While waiting for the noodle to cook, we'll prepare the cabbage. Cut the cabbage in half so it will be easier to work with. Cut the core off. Then slice, not too small because when we eat it we want to still have the chunk of the vegetable so that it will be crunchy and delicious. Continue until you're done with the cabbage. I used the small whole cabbage. Now I will wash the vegetable, rinse it 2 to 3 times, and then put in the strainer. Set it aside for later. Alright, now 15 minutes has passed and our noodle is done cooking. So let me take a look. See, the noodle is really soft. So this is a trick that you can do to cook your noodle, vermicelli noodle, so that you don't have to like stir all the time on the pot and on the stove. The noodle won't stick to the bottom of the pot. We'll remove from the stove and rinse it in the sink. We'll pour that into a strainer. Look at the pot, it's so clean, nothing stick to the bottom of the pot. Cold water to rinse the noodle, the hot noodle. Cold water rinse all the stickiness from the noodle. So now I will put the noodle into section and then put it into the basket like so. When you got to the last one or the short one, you can just put all of them together in one ball like that and then just put it on the center. In another pot, I will add about 2/3 water into the pot to bring it to boil, and then we'll cook the vegetable. The water that we will blanch or boil the vegetable is fully boiling. Okay, so the vegetable is kind of good. I check it, pinch it with your hand, like some of the thicker part will not like soft, but it's still firm, and when you eat it, you still feel the crunch in your mouth, then that's good. And I will prepare some ice water on the side to cool down the vegetable. This process is to stop the vegetable from further cooking, and then it will stay crunch and green as we like it. If you don't have ice, you can just take the vegetable out from the pot and then rinse, put in the bowl, and then go rinse it with cold water. That is fine as well. After I'm done, I will put my vegetable, wash in the cold water and strain it. Just leave it in the sink until all the water are drained. In a pot, I will add about and bring that to boil, and that will make the pepper sauce that go with the noodle, vermicelli noodle and vegetable. In a mortar pesto, I will add 5 cloves of garlic, 15 red pepper chili. I will add about a 1/4 teaspoon salt so that it will be easier for me to pound the pepper and the garlic. If you don't have the modern pesto, you can use food processor to do that as well. I will continue pound this pepper until it all fine and then into a paste. Then I will come back and show you what to do next. Alright, so this is how it should look like. After you pound the garlic and the pepper together. Water that we're going to make the pepper sauce is boiling as well, so I will scoop out the pepper in the mortar into the pot. The reason I do this is to boiling the garlic pepper first before you use as a pepper sauce is like to get rid of the smell of the garlic. The smell of the garlic is so strong and some people don't like that. Okay, so while the pepper sauce is still boiling, I will add the season in there. I will add about 1/2 teaspoon mushroom seasoning, 1/2 teaspoon salt, about 1 teaspoon stevia or sugar, and mix everything together until the salt dissolve, or sugar if you use the regular sugar. You have to put everything, season everything while it's still boiling. That's the water is hot, so it will dissolve all the sugar and salt. Okay, so I boil about 6 to 7 minutes, so I'll turn off the heat. I will add about 2 tablespoons fish sauce for now, and then I will taste it. If it's still not enough for my liking, I will add more. Then put it aside, let it cool down before you put the lemon juice and the cilantro in there. One way that to help cool down your pepper sauce really quick is to get the ice water and then put your pot in the bowl with the ice water. That will help cool down the pepper sauce really fast, and in case you make it like after everything and you want to eat it really quickly, then you do this technique. Or if not, otherwise you can make the sauce ahead of time, or like before you cook the noodle, before you cook the vegetable and anything else. Then by the time you finish the dish, the sauce is already cooled down. Then that is perfect. So this is just one thing that I want to help with my pepper sauce to cool it down. Sometimes when I eat my rice vermicelli noodle with vegetable and pepper sauce, I like to eat with this kind of meatloaf, like at Asian store, or if you have any meatball you can add as well, and also some shrimp. But if you don't have them, that's fine. You don't have to have those meat. The noodle already tastes so good already with this pepper sauce already, so it's your call. At the same water that I blanched for cook my vegetable, I will cook the shrimp and the meatloaf or meatball. Or you can, if you don't want to use the same water, you can certainly add and like boil another clean water. I like to cook them together. Shrimp and the meatball together. Once it is boiling like that, so it's all good. I will take it out from the pot and then put in the serving plate for later use. And I will squeeze some lemon juice in there. Taste it is not still to my liking, I will add more. I will add another slice of lemon. You can add more or less. Some people like sour, some people like sweet, salty, sour, spicy. So you can always adjust according to your taste. I give it another taste, and the sourness, spiciness, sweetness, saltiness are all well combined and perfect together. This is chopped cilantro, and I will add some into the bowl. Here is how the sauce looks like, and now it's time to assemble everything. Rice vermicelli noodle, add some meatball, meatloaf and shrimp, and then some vegetable, and now let's add the pepper sauce in there. The smell of the fresh herb and garlic and all that are all amazing. And in this dish, you also can do as a low carb or gluten-free or keto-friendly noodle, which is the pasta zero that we bought from the store. And this I made for my husband, and he loved it. So beautiful and so delicious. Now let's make everything together. Oh, the smell is amazing. When I made this, my mouth is watering. Let me tell you, eat this pasta zero noodle. When after you're done eating, you don't feel any heavy at all, like the regular Qhaub Poob noodle. Alright, let's mix our noodle, my noodle together. This noodle, vegetable, and meat, shrimp. Oh, the smell is so good. Garlicky smell in there. But not as strong as when you're not boiled, as I shown in the video. So good. The umami from the mushroom seasoning, the saltiness from the fish sauce, and spiciness, sour from lemon juice. They're all so good, go together. They're all so good, so refreshing, especially on a hot day and in summer. Wow. It's so satisfying. Spicy, salty, sweet, and sour. Delicious. So I hope you give this recipe a try and see if you like the taste of this recipe. Alright, before you head out, don't forget to like, subscribe and comment below to let me know how you like it. I will see you next time. Bye.